And welcome back to the Notre Dame football program short-term plan edition of the Always Irish Show. As always, you can find this program on YouTube. Do subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd appreciate that greatly. Give the video a thumbs up if you approve of the content upon its completion. That would help me out as well. Twitter, search bar Always Irish or at JKCND4. Emails, alwaysIrishND@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want me. You could get me. Always Irish Radio, 312-988-15. So, now that we've kind of seen the general placement of Notre Dame in these playoff rankings and all of that, now that we've seen it, I think it's time to look at the plan for Notre Dame in the short term. I have some very specific things that I need to be done, thought about, talked about, and completed, quite frankly. Okay? So, yes, weird stuff happens in the playoff race, but let's be realistic about the rest of the year, the roadmap for the program that I think is realistic based on the team we have and where we're at right now. The best you could do after blowing your one and only national marquee game at home to a non-Power 5 team by double digits is to go 11-1. It's the best you could do. Looking at our schedule, even with the inconsistencies and issues we have, 11-1 should happen. It just should. So continue to win while also developing your youth and get to 11-1. That is your number one short-term priority. And I think it's certainly a reasonable expectation looking at the rest of the teams on our schedule that were significantly more talented than, period. Next, win a New Year's 6 game. Get that big bowl game failure monkey off your back. If you're not good enough to win in the playoff, the next best thing you could do is this, especially if you're us and you haven't won one of these games since I was pooping in my pants as a baby, not an adult, okay? As a baby or a kid. I don't know. What age do kids quit pooping their pants? I don't know, but I'm getting off the topic. That's not the point. So mission 1, 11-1. Mission 2, win a New Year's 6. Notice I didn't say, I'm always careful about my phrasing. Notice I did not phrase this as, if you can't get to the playoff, the next best thing is the New Year's 6. New Year's 6. I said if you can't win in the playoff. Those are different things. At this point, I don't think it does us any good to sneak in as a 4 and then play Georgia. Okay? That's not a good matchup. Okay? So, where we're at, if you can't make the playoff and win in it, next best thing, get that big bowl monkey off your back. So far, this plan is very, very obvious. Win out, win your major bowl game. Now, because I'm me, nothing I do is normal. Here's where I'm going to go off the reservation in a way only Always Irish would. Here's what I would do if I were in charge of the Notre Dame football program. The second the plane takes off to head to whatever bowl game we're going to, I instruct the Notre Dame facilities crew to decorate every football building in Ohio State colors and logos. Plaster it all over everything. All of it. The locker room, the goog, the weight room, the training room, everything. When the plane lands back home in South Bend, this new decor will be the first thing everybody involved in the program sees. Win or loss in the bowl game. It will not matter at that point. No words would need to be said. The tone will be set. The minute 2021 ends, I need everybody obsessed over week 1 at the Horseshoe against Ohio State next year. We win our bowl game. Everybody's going to be in a big, good mood, pumped up. You see all that red and scarlet, and guess what? You ride that momentum to get ready for next year, the second this year ends. You lose the big bowl game. What a great way to immediately put that in the past, move on, and focus on the future. Walking in and seeing Ohio State all over. Either way that bowl game goes, win or loss, I think this is a good idea, a winning idea. Here's the thing. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. Yeah, well, I've been doing that 12 years. And so far, the biggest trophy I have is a Camping World Bowl trophy. Wait till next year. Wait till next year. Will you get blown out by Ohio State week 1 at the Horseshoe? Next year will be over after week 1. Then I'm promised the next year and the next year. 14, 15 years. How many years to get over the hump? When does it ever end? We've seen over and over and over again. One loss Notre Dame is pretty much screwed in the 4-team playoff era. I'm over all that. Wait till next year. You get blown out the Horseshoe, then you're waiting for the next year after week 1 of next year. I'm not here for it. Okay? I need to feel a genuine sense of urgency to win something major here. Let it be known. Let it be public. Embrace it. Build up Ohio State to be an emotional supernova. You go into the Horseshoe week 1 with your business trip mentality to Columbus, you have no shot and your season will be over week 1. Emotion is what makes college football the best sport in the world. Use that to your advantage, because I can promise you this. There is no business trips for Ohio State in big games. Okay? You need to match that. Build it up. This is how I would do it. You don't even need to say a word, because I know for a fact after a dozen years, Kelly is not a natural motivator the way a lot of our past coaches were. He has to try hard to find that. You decorate everything scarlet and OSU everywhere, that stupid Buckeye plant. Kelly don't have to say anything. Kelly doesn't have to say a word. And everybody gets it. It sets the tone the second that plane comes back into South Bend. That's what I want. Okay? Somebody close to Brian Kelly, tell him to hire me as the pump up man, and I'll work for almost nothing. Be a dream come true. Long as I can feed my family, keep a roof over my head, that's all I need. Somebody hire me to orchestrate this motivation. Okay? I am sick of kicking the can down the road of maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. And next year might end week 1 if you don't figure out how to compete and beat one of the best programs in the country for a long, long time. Create some urgency. Make sure everybody knows this is not just a regular week 1 game. Emotion is not a bad thing. Let it rip. Set the tone. The second that plane lands, I want Ohio State plastered over everything. I want everybody around the program to be obsessed with Ohio State. That's what I need. So, the 3 priorities. Go 11-1. win your big bowl game, set those facilities up in Ohio State colors. No words need to be spoken at that point. Everybody will get it and know that is the mission. That's what I would do. But I'm just a dummy in my basement waiting for next year. So what do I know?